certainly hyped. So are hockey fans for the first time ever. An all-Canadian division. So 7 teams north of the border battling out multiple times throughout the course of the NHL season, including Flames and Oilers, Battle of Alberta. Need we say more? But let's start with the Leafs. And the theme again this year, another early exit from the playoffs, this time at the hands of the Columbus Blue Jackets. So with expectations always through the roof up there, and especially this year with the all-Canadian division we've seen. If the Leafs don't win at least one playoff round this year, do you think it's time to break up that big four up there?
It's going to have to be. You know, they've done a nice job of building this team. Let's make no mistake about it. Brandon Shanahan's done an outstanding job of putting together a team that's young, that's dynamic, that's fun to watch, and that's led by the great Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner. I mean, they've got so many weapons, right? We know that. Offensively, they're dynamic. But, J-Mo, I love the way you pointed this out. It's time. You spent a lot of cream on Tavares, 11.3 per year. And I always say this, Tavares, I think, was more of a want than a need based on their team. So now they have some good veterans in the group. I love bringing in Joe Thornton. I love bringing in Wayne Simmons, my former teammate, their head coach. And Sheldon Keefe has his hands full. But this is a great opportunity for them. And Rupper, I also like the youngster out of California, Robertson, who got in with them in the playoffs, who led the OHL in goals last year.
Yeah, and that's big. Just to get that second wave, you need that kind of second offense, offensive wave coming through that lineup. And you look at some of the additions from them. They got a little grit and Wayne Simmons, and I think TJ Brodie's going to really pan out really well for them as well. You know, to jump back, though, Jameson, I think that if they don't find a way to have some more or any playoff success this year, you got to change it. You got to shuffle the deck here, and it's tough because I don't ever want to see a team, but when you've got Matthews, Tavares, Marner, Nylander under contract, that's a great start. But the problem is what's highlighted in yellow.
Yes.
When you have that highlighted in yellow, and those numbers start where those numbers start, a lot of times double digits for 3 of those guys, there's not much left over. I think that if they are unable to have some more success, it's going to fall on a goaltender. It's going to fall on Anderson, because that's what you do in Toronto. And, you know, it's tough. I don't know where they go from here if it doesn't work out. So I think that they've got to be excited about the opportunity that exists in front of them as far as the division, because they are the most talented team in that division. The only problem is this team will never get graded until the playoffs start, because that doesn't matter.
No, I totally agree.
We'll see how it plays out and if they get past the first round of this year's Stanley Cup playoffs.